a quick return back to our first video, Discovering the Farm, where we discovered the studio in all of its glory. The very first job of the renovation was to block up the door and make it completely separate from the house. At the time we weren't 100% sure what we would need to take through to the studio, so Mitch had the clever idea of concreting a pipe into the top corner of the blocked up door, which then gave us access through to the studio from the main house. And it's a good job we did this, because we needed to run the mains water through from the far corner of the house that was in the studio, also the electricity and telephone. Unfortunately, I had COVID at the time we started the roof on the studio, and when I came back I was faced with this. The first and the worst job was clearing the floor, because Mitch had roofed by himself. He had literally just dropped the old roof into the studio, but with some help from family and friends we soon got it emptied and the inside work was able to start. As soon as the insulation and plasterboard were finished, we all moved into the studio, all four of us, with 3 beds, 1 radiator, 2 light bulbs and a TV. This was home for the winter of 2022. Even though we still had the old windows and very, very old rotten door, it was still better than the farm.
I just found a 2-cent coin in my bed for some reason.
Living conditions hit rock bottom. The studio turned into complete chaos, but Lexi's spirits remained high.
Jackpot!
When the nicer weather arrived, our new window and door made their way safely from Romania. We were very happy with the quality. We had ordered these 2 items as a bit of a test run before making a full order for the main house. And then it was time to move out of the studio into the main house so that the inside could be completed. Once we had moved out, it was time for Mitch to tidy up the plasterboard, finish off as much as he possibly could, getting as close to the beams as possible to make life easier for the plasterer.
The wrist is neat now. Won't be that hard.
Clearly it was, because the instruction manual was soon back out.
Yeah, 12 inch. Not too hard. No. Didn't get me got the chops. It must have been, well, I mean, it is better though. Because I've got batteries. But baby one. It just stays in the house and cook big wood. Because that's too big for this.
So because the only point of entry for the mains water was in this corner of the studio, we had to find a solution to cover up the ugly hole because we needed to keep access at all times. We knew what we wanted to do, but it took us a while to find the right door combination
that was big enough to cover up the hole while still looking okay.
So this is really the end of the last day of working in the studio before my mum moves in this week. So we have near enough everything done. Just discovered that the windowsill here was supposed to be glossed, but obviously that's not the end of the world. See if there's something I can do, or if Mitch doesn't want me to do it, he can do when he gets back. We've got the cupboard doors, which are hiding the access to the water. I think that's going to have some more insulation. I'm actually looking at that. Be tidied up a bit. It's got a magnetic catch. So we actually used 2 drawer fronts the wrong way round to cover that up. Got the TV on the wall, curtain pole up, ready for curtain. Kitchen. We can't actually buy a corner unit that fits there, so Mitch is going to make that, but again, that's not life or death. Got the cooker, the little electric hob, sink, fridge is going to be going there, table is going to be going where that all is. Radiator, electricity I think is going to be covered up at some point, but I'm not sure, it's not urgent. Lights are up. Beam is painted, that's finished and painted. Obviously the backsplash is on. Can't actually show you in the bathroom. The bathroom door has now been glossed. And I can't get in because the door's wedged because it's wet. I've got a little sink with the backsplash. The mirror's got to go up. Oh, it's got to be finished. This is what we ran out of time for, because the shower tray and the shower screen had to be ordered in, and they weren't in stock before Mitch went away. So basically the bathroom didn't get finished. But it's literally, in theory, just a couple of days work. So my mum moves in 2 days before Mitch gets back. So she'll sort of fully move into this part, and she'll just come across and use the toilet works, which will come across and just use our shower for a couple of days. And then the shower will go in and it'll be sanded, jointed, and I'm finished. Some of the chairs arrived today. The table was due to arrive tomorrow, but we're changing that because nobody's here, so Friday at the latest. Bed's ordered. Settee is about to be ordered. Once the settee is here, we're going to get a curtain, I think, to match the colour of the settee. We've dug out some of Mum's paintings, ornaments, coat stand, coat and shoe rack, all things from our old house that we think will have a place. Put all of those in first, and then she'll have to see what space she's left with at the end of all that. So tomorrow is empty and clean in here. Then Thursday morning she's bringing over the few bits that she's got in the gîte that she's been renting, and then when all of that's in place she can see what room she's left with and start trying to fill the gaps with her other stuff. And then we'll be having some of her stuff to go in our house as the rooms come along, and then some of it will go to charity, and there we go. So I'm just going to look up, and that's it for tonight. So bye guys. Cat's hoping he can come in here. You can't come in here, this is Grandma's house. And look at that. It's only just, I think it's about 5:30. Let me see. What time is it? Yeah, 20 to 6. But it's been a nice day today. It's going dark now, but only just. Beautiful sky. Got a bit of work to do for Grandma's patio. not the best, but you know, it won't take long. One day it'll all come together. Come on then, cat. Should we go in? And lock up. And then, well, mind you, I think Grandma's patio is better than our driveway. I don't think she can complain too much.
We got Mum moved in successfully, and when Mitch came home a couple of days later, it was time to build the furniture and try and add some creature comforts.
So as soon as Mitch got back, we got the shower screen in, the shower tray, got the shower fitted. The toilet was already okay, the sink, but yet again, ran out of time. So this room still needs to be jointed, sanded and painted. So that is an autumn job for this year. My mum's going to go away for a week or two to her sister's, and we're going to get it done ready for when she gets back. As you can see, the studio now looks nice and homely. Maximise storage where we can. Drawers under the bed, wardrobe here, some storage boxes. Also, Mum's jigsaw is out, but also storage drawers in the table and a fold-up table to save space. The fridge obviously is now in situ. And the kitchen. Still didn't do that corner unit. Don't know whether we still plan to or whether we've all got used to it being a gap like that anyway. Tiled by the doorway. Still two bits of wood to paint there, and when we do the ensuite, we're going to repaint all of the skirting boards, because although the paint was supposed to be the same colour as the beam, once it was on the wood it was a lot darker, so we're going to feel a lot happier just trying to match it up, and then it'll be as close to perfect as it can be.